Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included, Crunchy Citadel. So our Season 2 of Oxygen Not Included here on the channel, and we are today making our big water vat. We are centralizing all of the water cleaning. We're taking water from here, water from up here, and, well, pretty well anywhere we can grab water from, and shove it all in this little corner here. And, you know, we're going to be centralizing the cleaning as well. On top, we'll be putting in the water sieve. And I believe wherever I put the desalinator. I don't even know where it is anymore. Is that it? Right there, the desalinator. Because right now we got water doing some wonky stuff around the base. And I think that this could easily clean this up, clear this up. The only issue is we will be losing some of our cooling. I mean, not so much here, because sometimes the water comes out quite warm from this little unit here, but we'll be losing a little bit of cooling in the process. As well, I'm thinking, and we may not get to it today, but we're going to install some transit tubes down over here. But one of the first things we need to do, because over on Combustista, we need to, well, access this water supply, and quite frankly, I'm afraid they're going to die if they go in there, because 81 degrees is a little too hot for them. So, for them, for their purposes, we are actually going to set them up with some Atmo suits. So, I believe, what is it, under stations? There we go. And we're going to put in a checkpoint here. I'm thinking, could put it down here, but I'm thinking putting it, if I put it here, maybe that'll be fine. Let's do that. Alright, there we go. So we've hooked that up. It'll, you know, they'll figure it out, and we'll put in a ladder up here, because I think they're going to need to go in through the top, but I don't really want them digging through over there. So what we'll do is we'll either put a door in here, or we'll get them to dig this out, and we'll get a door, or a ladder, I suppose, right in here. So we'll get them to do this first. We'll put this part on a 6, and then everything else can be, no, we'll put this on an 8. Everything else can be a 7. So this is one of the more important things for them to do today, and they will begin to get that done. But what we need over at Cultavista is to manufacture some more of those Atmos suits. So we've got some iron left over, a very few reed fiber, because I have been, you know, a little rousable there, making a mess. Do they even have Atmos suits here? I don't really think that they do. Huh. Well, let me just get them to make... let's use all of the reed fiber and get them to make some more Atmos suits for us there. I am also beginning to think that it's time to build another one of the transit tube access points, and I think we're going to build it right here. I know it isn't perfect, but the thing is, we've been sitting here for a while trying to figure out how and where to hook things up, and I think we just need to bite the bullet and put it somewhere, or we could put it here, I guess. But like, a lot of this isn't set up to properly support, and if we do put it here, at least one here, right, we can send them down this way and then shoot them off to the right here, or to the left, sorry, and just drop them off there as well. There are other areas we can send them to. So, or maybe, wait a second, why am I doing it so low? Let's just dig this whole ordeal out. Deconstruct that. I'll put this on a 9 so that they do it right now. And let's give it 4 height. Now, listen, the main thing here, this whole thing has been set up like this this entire time to support a transit tube. The only issue I had was that I didn't know that it was going to mess with stuff, I suppose would be the correct use of phrasing. I didn't know that it would be problematic, so I'm just gonna see how far down we can go here. Actually, a transit tube all the way down isn't a bad idea. Oh, it's a mess. Oh, it's a mess down here now. Did everybody pee themselves? What exactly happened down here? Oh, gosh. Oh, no. This is getting chaotic already. I hate the polluted oxygen sniffling about. problematic. It's problematic. It causes me issues every day. Issues every day. Let's also do this. And we're going to do a little deconstruct of that. We're not going to do that one. And then, see, because I need to figure out how to get down with that one as well. Anyway, all of this is a complicated process, to say the least. That is what we have learned here on the channel. This is more complicated than I ever imagined it would be. And we just do our best to get things done where we can. Also, I've been thinking, it sure would be nice if we could take from Combustia here some of their copper, not some of their copper, some of their lead, because they've got so much lead here. I really wish they could actually just send some of that over, because over on Cultavista, there's no lead. There's no lead on Cultavista. There's lead here, and they seem to have a fairly ample supply. So if I could send 10,000 over, that would be really nice. What are you? A molten slickster. I've read about you. You do some special stuff that I'm presently unfamiliar with and can't tell people about, but they do stuff. And while we're talking about, you know, setting things up better here, I think some smart batteries are needed, because we've got stupid batteries, we've got jumbo batteries here, just kind of eating away at our power. And I was really strongly thinking about putting in some natural gas generators over here. I don't know if that necessarily needs to be today, but it could be sometime soon. And as well, give me some bristleberries. So, let's see how these folks are doing. They have made the atmo suits. Okay, excellent. Let me send those over. Atmo suits, off they go. I hope they send those soon. And then really looking at maybe cleaning some of these areas up here as well. You know, I think this time around on the channel, this season, I've really realized why people do certain activities. Like, you know, the people who play this game full-time, basically. You know, they're professionals. They're professionals, and they do stuff that I would not have ever really considered doing. So I'm trying to just work towards doing those things, i.e. rip open big spaces, throw everything into one little unit here, all of that fun stuff. We're really trying to get that done today. We're really trying to figure that all out, because it makes life easier, seemingly. I don't know, they do it, why don't I? So everybody's off doing their thing. They're building out this tube, which I'm hoping will function. And then over on Combustia, they're dealing with atmo suits and filling up oxygen and stuff, so we're waiting for that to happen. But over here, look at this. Yeah, this is good. This is going quite well. We've been waiting for this to heat up, and it is starting. But I think right now they're actually scooting across because the ethanol is less than 0 degrees. So the nice thing to note is that it's working the way that we wanted it to work. It's working quite well. The only thing is the cooling. We're not actually actively cooling anything yet. So I think what'll probably happen is we might use this cooling loop to cool some other stuff. Right now, you know, this ethanol isn't cool. This ethanol is. So I'm thinking we may need to extend that line over into the base somewhere, because there's a lot of warmth happening over here, specifically the desalinator, and I don't actually think that that's working. It could probably be removed. But, you know, there is some heat happening in the base, so I'm wondering maybe we just set up a little bit of piping, make it a little easy, you know, it's not too difficult to do, and we could just even run it through here, and make some cold happen right over here, make this cold. Maybe just, do we have any, see, this is the issue. The pipes are it's too chaotic over there right now. So this actually isn't really cooling anything yet. Maybe we go up there and cool that system instead. That's probably actually the best thing to do. So let's get these folks functioning and doing a little run here. And we will put them in an insulated pipe for now. I'm not super worried about it, but let's put it in an insulated pipe. And what part of this is the hottest? Yeah, we're gonna need to cool this whole setup down. I think you can see some water from when I cooled it down earlier on. And I think, honestly, if we put in regular pipes over here, this wouldn't be a huge problem. Start doing some regular pipes. And then this is where we need some, probably radiant pipe right in here. And we'll do... Oh, I don't want to do lead. I don't want to do steel either, but let's do lead, I guess. And just radiant pipe a little bit of this area. And this is all the lead that we stole. All the lead that we snaggerinoed. So let's do that, and then just regular pipe down back in. So to make this work, we'll just put a bridge in there. So they're doing that. This is set up now, so I'm hoping it's functional. Is one enough? One little... Okay, yeah, they jump out the side sometimes. Okay. How are they doing with this stuff? Are they doing anything? Like, if I tell them to go and dig this out now, will they do this for me? And will they use the tubes? They do. And it functions. Perfect. This is all we wanted. This is all I needed to see. We'll just get them to dig that out and water will start falling in there. I'm thinking, well, we can't actually steal from this yet, but what I might do is rip it open here and let that start falling. And we certainly need to open that up there so that falls. Yeah, it's probably time. It's probably time to rip this bad boy open. I know it's not all set up yet, but listen, we got to start somewhere. So we'll get them to dig that out. And then we're working on... Okay, that's good. And then it should just fall down this hole is the intent. For it to just fall down here and nothing should melt because that stuff won't actually really be that hot in the grand scheme of things. But then we are going to have to cool down this water. So that is incoming. See, this is going fine. I mean, it's 80 degrees. That's not brilliant, but we're going to steal from that soon. I know there's a lot of leach happening this way and a lot of leach happening up. But look at how cold over here is. Ooh, nice and cold. It's staying cold too. This whole area is nice and cold. So it's time to start making this area cooler as well. So once we get a little bit more done here... I'm thinking specifically all of these wires and stuff. Then we'll see some dumpage happening here, a little bit better. And then we'll also see some work getting done over here. I'm actually going to put this stuff on a 6 so that they do it over anything that is a 5. And then over here, have they been working? Not really. What are you folks working on? Oh, yeah, you're making lime, you're collecting fossils for the lime. Let's actually do a little adjustment here and get them to do this stuff. It's more urgent now. I just kind of want it prepped. So we'll get them to do that, and we'll get the others to continue to work on their stuff. Okay, so for the first time, this is running now. Which is great. I know it's starting to spew heat out, which will be fine, because this whole area is pretty cold. It might cause some problems, but these two should be able to even this one out. That's the main thing here. And ultimately, I can set up a cooling system to deal with this, and that's really important too. So there will be a cooling system set up. Also, I'm realizing I should probably put in, when I put in the... desalinator here, which will go here, right? Can I rotate it? I can. Wait a second. There's an in, there's an out. I guess it doesn't really matter where it is. And then we also have the water sieve as well, which will be, I guess we'll just put them side by side pretty much. That should be fine. And I mean, that's literally it. That's as straightforward as it is. And then straight down this will go. Maybe I'll use don't suspect that this will get too hot. But let's just put in a insulated pipe down. And we'll put in the pipe here to the pump. We'll put in the pump. We'll make it out of steel. I don't think it needs to be steel, but we'll make it out of steel. And certainly the electricity can be, well, something. I'd like it to be copper, I think, would be the way to go. Is everything fine? Nobody's dying? Let's get some copper put together here. Let's do 15. So there's kind of that piping. I put this piping in, but what I know I'm going to need some deodorizers. I'm not an idiot. I know I need deodorizers. This is going to be chaotic in here, and I want nothing to do with that. It's already a problem. They're already being little rascals. As well, I'm coming to realize that carbon dioxide is really fighting strong on the base. Specifically ever since I put in the ethanol distillery, it really, really went hard there. So I'm thinking we might need to either A, pump it out, or B, put in one of these, a carbon skimmer. Now, the problem with the carbon skimmer is it needs, you know, water, and then it spews out polluted water. So I don't love that, but you can set up a little, like, kind of circle through system. But how much power do you use? 120. Is that any better than an air pump? It is better than an air pump. So if I hook it up to this system and just have the clean water shoot right into it and then throw it out, that might work. This is so chaotic down here. Like, it's much messier than I was really anticipating it being. Also, what can I get here? Doctoring. I'm not going to get anybody yet. I know I want somebody else, but I'm currently still working on things. Also, I didn't actually see this. Is nobody sleeping in these beds? Max, Liam, Nisbet. All right, they weren't sleeping in their beds. They're crazy. So I've got this set up now. So this little oh, that should not do that. We've got this set up, this little circular roundabout thing now that is kind of struggling, probably because of that, but this should be fine now. And I think it'll keep flowing. You were so fine earlier. Why are you fussing now? I may need to cut this out of the picture if it's gonna lock up like that. Maybe, is it because I'm just going? No. No, it is being a problem. Okay. So let's do this. Somebody build this. All right, they were quite quick with it. Now, what needs to happen is we're letting it run, but I'm actually just going to pause here. Snip, snip, and then boom. So this will now continue to run. It should really run without interruption. Excellent. And there will be a little space in between, but I don't necessarily care. So now you can see it is working because the ethanol is coming back in at a temp. Unfortunately, it is exchanging temperature over here, which isn't exactly what I want. I would rather it exchange temperature up here. Holy shit. Damn. That is, that's significant. That is significant indeed. I wasn't expecting that to work so well. Oh, it's going up at -19. Okay. Oh, that is an issue, eh? Because it'll go through both of them, bringing it down very aggressively. So, I mean, as long as the buildings don't freeze... Send a green signal if above 5 degrees. Let's try that. So maybe that'll be a little bit better. But this temperature is slowly starting to rise. We're at about 50 now, which is good. So once we hit 100, these will kick on and they'll feed electricity back into the loop. So that is excellent there. Perfect. So the cooling loop is functional. We're getting this kind of set up. They don't have power yet for all of them. But let me just go boom, 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 boom. I don't suspect this room will be too hot. I'm hoping to keep it cool, but we will see. So this is the other thing we needed was electricity. And I'm just going to use copper all the way up just to make life easy there. So this is going as well. Good. That is weird. All right, that's so strange. So some more stuff will melt a little bit faster, but that is okay. I knew what I was signing up for when I got in here. As well, I do think that this is important. I don't think, are you? Hopefully someone can go and do that. And then I would really like this done too, to kind of keep it contained here. Those aren't really needed. So I just want to lock those in there. Someone will go figure it out. We should send plastic over there. This is going well. That's going well. It's all going smoothly. It's just a matter of, you know, getting it done. Okay, so one thing about the ethanol line that we do have, I see it keeps, like, stopping. See if I fast forward. Oh, now you're behaving. I think there's too much ethanol in here. You can see there's no gap anymore, which is odd. But I think there's too much in here. So what we need to do is just bleed a little out. So that's what this system is. This is a very quick bleed is what I'm going to call it. And so all I need to do is just bleed a couple drops out. Probably about that much should do the trick. And I don't love that I have to do that, but it seems like these things will kind of even out anyway. So it should be okay. This is at 50 degrees. This is excellent. And the temperature up here is reducing significantly. That is amazing. Now, one thing that I do think we can do is make use of, it's under utilities and they're very, very difficult to make, temp shift plates. So the idea here is accelerates or buffers heat dispersal based on construction materials. So theoretically, heat, let's say I use not any of those. I want something that's like thermally reactive. So high thermal conductivity. So this one, for instance, diamond. I could use diamond back here, right? I would steal heat from things and it would kind of spread things around, so it would even the heat out. The overheat temperature is high, it's got an excellent radiation shield, but basically it would take heat and pull it alongside of itself, from my understanding. So it could even the distribution of cooling around this area. So I could put some in here, I could put some in here, but I didn't have this set up soon enough here. You know what would actually be a wise decision would be to run a pipe in. Do they have a pipe? They don't have a pipe in there. Excellent. What would be great would be to run a pipe through here to really cool things off. That would be an excellent use of this cooling system. And then drop back down and back into there. Okay, cool. I mean, that wouldn't be cooling anymore, but that would all be cooling, and that's what I care about. I mean, I could even have it kind of do a weird, like, circle round, because these can only go certain directions here, so that's good. See, it's running smoothly, and the gaps are already gone. That's so weird. Oh no, the gaps are not gone. They're still there. But it is running smoother now, so that's what's important to me. I need it to be smooth. And, you know, it's not really pulling too much heat off. So the other thing is, when you're using one of these systems, you can click on these, and you can see under properties how much they've been active. So, see how much they're pulling out. When the system's actually running, it's based on the steam turbines, how much they've been running, so their uptime. So that's when this full system is running, like, fully, I would say. After you've got it running for several cycles, then you'll be able to tell a little bit how things are going. So anyway, let's take a little look here. They're doing fine. How are they doing on Combustista? Because I know they were having some challenges. Okay, they're doing all right. So what I'm going to do, they need to do it fast, though. This is the thing, though. They need to do this quick. Like, urgent. Quick. Does electricity really need to be run there? No power. Is there no power anywhere? Oh. Am I out of coal? Alright. Oh, yeah, there you go for the overflow. Is overflowing. Of course I would have to run now, eh? And you know something? Let me do this as well. This isn't something I want. I could do. Oh, I can't do that. Steel into here, please. And this is like urgent stuff, you folks. Specifically, the things in here. This other stuff can just be a 9 priority. But now you're causing me problems. What are you doing? Why aren't you doing anything? Oh, it's because they have no goal. It's because they have no goal. Crap. This would have to happen, right? This would need to happen when they are trying to do this. All right, unfortunately, this is my solution to this problem. I am going to snag the natural gas into here. And I think this just expels carbon dioxide. This hurts my soul in every way, shape, and form. But the problem is, now there's flooding over here because I opened this up and there's no electricity, and now they can't access this area, and this is actively erupting. This is like literally the worst thing that could have happened. Like, I mean, somebody could have died, but like, this is the least ideal situation. What I think I'm going to need to do as well. No. Oh, fuck, they can't even take that out. This is insane. This is insane. This whole thing is absolutely bonkers. Oh, shit. They're about to flood that as a result. Ah. Of course they would do this. Of course this would happen. They were so close too. The only thing that would have been more embarrassing is if they had actually finished putting this in and then they weren't able to access this anymore. Okay, and then alongside that, once they've got that sorted, we're going to have to put these in really quickly and get this fixed. This is so chaotic. They're such little shits. See, look at them. They disturbed the peace. They disturbed what I had in mind here, and I've had to put them on yellow. The only thing that could happen that would be even worse is if they go to bed right now, which is exactly what they're doing. Oh my god. This went so poorly. The execution, 0 out of 10. Also, we just found ourselves in the hands of, well, some larva eggs, which is fantastic. So those are going to make slicksters, and those slicksters can go down here. Why so rainbow? So rainbow color. And the slicksters we'll probably lock them down here somewhere. Maybe over on this side. Try and lock them up in a room. That could be good. Build a room over here. Snag them out. Fill it with carbon dioxide. They can fill it with oil for the family. That would be good. There's also no oxygen over here, which is interesting. Just a lot of polluted oxygen over here, which is not great. Okay, we're almost done. We're just steps away from being complete here. What exactly is the issue? Pipe blocked. Oh, yes, because you're not actually hooked up to the system yet. It's close, though. We're very close, and actually we'll make it much closer here by hooking that up and getting all the way over there. So soon we'll be snipping that, and we'll still be running off of 1 pump, which is super exciting. I can't wait for this setup to be done. Also, checking just quickly over here. Temperature in here? Yeah, 60 degrees almost. And this is doing just fine. Did they build all the pipes? Oh, that's crazy. Let me just do this. Snip that. Then you're gonna have to go and check on the other place because they've been misbehaving. And then boink. Okay. Well, this will be good because this will start cooling the water. I don't think this needed as much cooling. So this will start cooling the oxygen production, which is really important. And you can see here that it's 8, 7, and then once it gets here, it actually turns into a full 13, 14 degrees. So this will be good, cooling this whole area down. And then we might need to build a second one for the water supply. We could even build it kind of over here if I was to pull that whole power line down. Maybe I would build it underneath, just a second one underneath, and then do that. Or we could use Wartseas, Weezewarts. Get a pip over there. Get the pip to plant the Weezewarts right along here in granite. That would be interesting. Okay, so just letting things go the way they are. Yeah, that happened. Oh, good. It's flooding the whole thing. This is great. This is what happens when I let little stupid guys do the stuff. I need quickly, very quickly, somebody to dig all of this up. This is a wee-woo. Emergency dig. And then also, please, emergency fill that. I just want it to stop overflowing. If it could not overflow there, that would be excellent. And then somebody build this as well. Temporarily. I know, it's not ideal. Oh my god. Quickly, before it overflows in there. I don't want it to flood in there. I don't want it to flood in there. Oh my god. They made such a mess. What else is wee-wooing? Oh, those. Okay. So, listen, folks, you kind of screwed me up here. You kind of messed the whole thing up. But it is what it is. Now, I do need to just set up a smidge of automation. Yeah, that works. And right, and then, oh, I need to pause this for a second. Wait a moment. And then the automation, we'll put a little switch. Little bitty switch. Cool, we'll get them to do that at a 9 because we've kind of, oh my god, somebody fix that. Holy shit, I don't want to deal with this. And then the water is hooked up into that one. And then the main thing that I've forgotten is hooking it up over here. I don't know, where's the, you're the input, you're the output. So you need to drag yourself all the way over there. So, yeah, and you're going to be hot too, eh? Oh, you know what? Let's do this actually. They can do this on like an 8 priority. This is super important. Please do. Thank you. And then we're going to insulated pipe the heck out of this. All the way. Well. Yeah. I guess. All the way in. Here. This is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And there you go. Okay, and let's just 9 all of that up. So hopefully we can get this stuff done in a timely fashion. So water's already begun flowing into here, which is really funny. It is at 75 degrees, so that is not ideal. This area is actually already warm. Scooting across, it's almost there. Oh, did I screw this up? No, you're not screwed up. You should be fine. I think the problem is that it needs an output, which it's working on. We're almost there. But the fun thing is, over here, if I really want, I can just go bloop, and then the pump turns off. So that is excellent. But right now, we'll keep the pump on because we need that water. We need to send water over. And, you know, the nice thing is this base, is, you know, the whole water system is now reliant on Cultavista, which we already knew. We already knew that it was relying on Cultavista, but the thing is, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if power is lost on the other side, because we're good either way. We're okay for the time being. I think what we are going to need to do is set up a cooling system and maybe also double up some of the tiles around here. Maybe put in some insulated tiles. Let's maybe start doing that, and then we can dig on the other side and put in some insulated tiles as well. I think it would just be nice to better support this whole area. If it did flood, it would flood down here and make quite a mess, but ultimately I think we would be okay. So there you go. There's water from a foreign colony pouring into here, and it's salt water, which is fine because we're just cleaning up. And look, I love how you can actually see through and see the water flowing through the transit tube. So we got a full transit tube set up. We got water coming in. This is kind of set up, and actually, I think it's time for the moment of truth here. I think we all know that I've been waiting to do this for ages. This is the day we finally rip this open and get this done for the first time. It's been so long. I've been waiting. I've been very excited to get this done. And I'm just pumped, honestly, that we were actually able to do it all in one day. I was really getting worried there that this was going to start getting more complicated. But we're about to see water just flow down and, you know, disabling probably the yellow alert in a second because I'd like to... Oh, I can do it in screenshot mode. No problem at all. Is it going to be nighttime, though? No. Oh, here we go. Screenshot mode for it because this is too good. There you go. Look at the chaos. Oh, man. That is brilliant. There you go. Look. We've done such a good job. It's filling up, and that is a straight stretch down. That is remarkable. That is amazing. I'm so pleased with this. The only bad thing that could happen is if this breached and made a mess. So I'm hoping that the walls are thick enough with the one thickness there and that things will be good. Look, it just keeps going. It just keeps going. So I think it's time to cut this system off. We'll see this one drain fully, and then once it's drained, we'll be able to hook up the new system. And actually, it is pretty well drained already, right? Okay, so, you know, the only other thing that I wanted to do with this was actually send them off to breach these. So I think it's time to... Well, maybe not breach that one yet, but I think it's time to breach these other ones as well. And then that'll be it. That'll be it for the day. We'll have done everything that we wanted to do, which is crazy. And I'm just pleased about the whole thing. Listen, I mean, they're cracking those open. We're getting liquid from over here. We're getting liquid from all over. The whole thing is going to melt soon, the whole area. So this being filled with water just means that we need to build a cooling loop to support this. So that is my next plan, my next area of focus, because you can see it is pretty cool right now, but we're going to experience some issues in the future keeping it that way. As well, we should talk about the metal refinery. We're going to have to move that, but that's not a big deal. We'll figure something out with the new system. We'll get it all sorted soon. Next time, we'll be building a new cooling loop to help support that area, because this one is probably has its hands full with this whole area. We can certainly improve some stuff for sure, and we'll work on that. But I think that is an excellent spot to leave this episode. We got plans for the future, and we've got such a great system in play now. So if you folks did enjoy this episode, do let me know down below. Leave a like. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, thank you for stopping by. Happy you did, and I'll see you next time.